welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into some fascinating food facts from around the world. Get ready to be amazed. We're talking about culinary curiosities that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about food. From ancient honey that's still good to eat to coffee beans that have been through the digestive system of a cat, we've got a wild ride ahead of us.
Honey, that golden nectar, is more than just a sweetener. Did you know that honey never spoils? That's right, it's practically immortal. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old. And you know what? It's still perfectly edible. How the bloody hell does it do that? Honey's low water content, acidic pH, and natural enzymes create an environment where bacteria and microorganisms can't survive. It's like a self-preserving pantry staple fit for a pharaoh.
Now, let's talk about coffee, but not just any coffee. Kopi Luwak, the world's most expensive coffee, is brewed with beans that have been eaten and excreted by a civet cat. Yes, you heard that right. These little critters gobble up ripe coffee cherries, digest the fruit, and their, shall we say, processed beans are collected, cleaned, and roasted. Some people say it's the smoothest, richest cup of coffee they've ever had. Others say it's just hype. Me? I've had worse things in my kitchen, but I'm not sure I'd pay top dollar for a cup. What about you?
Next up, we're heading to Japan, where they've taken fruit shaping to a whole new level. Forget about perfectly round watermelons. In Japan, they grow them in squares. It's not genetic engineering, though that would be pretty mental. They grow these square watermelons by placing them in square molds while they're still growing on the vine. Easier to stack, easier to store. It's brilliant, really. But I can't help but think, what will they think of next?
Now let's talk about durian, the king of fruits, but hold your nose because this one's got a reputation. This spiky, pungent fruit is famous for its strong odor, and when I say strong, I mean knock you off your feet strong. Some people love it, others describe it as rotten onions, turpentine, and raw sewage. I've smelled some bad things in my kitchens, but this one might take the cake. Would you dare to try it?
You think you know your vegetables? Think again. Believe it or not, carrots weren't always orange. The original carrot, way back when, was purple. It wasn't until the 17th century that Dutch growers started cultivating the orange variety we know and love today. Apparently they were trying to create a carrot that was sweeter and less bitter. And well, they succeeded. But I have to admit, a little bit of purple on the plate wouldn't be a bad thing, wouldn't it?
Pineapples, those tropical delights, were once so rare and expensive that people would rent them out as a status symbol for parties. Can you imagine that? Back in the 18th century, having a pineapple at your event was like showing off a fancy car or a designer handbag today. It meant you were wealthy, you had connections, and you knew how to throw a proper do. Times have certainly changed, haven't they?
Let's clear up this culinary crime scene once and for all, shall we? The Caesar salad, that classic restaurant staple, wasn't invented in Italy. It was actually created in Tijuana, Mexico, by an Italian-American restaurateur named Cesar Cardini back in 1924. The story goes that Cardini whipped up this salad using leftover ingredients during a busy 4th of July weekend. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Now for something a little more adventurous. In South Korea, they have a dish called live octopus, where, you guessed it, the octopus is eaten while it's still squirming. I've handled my fair share of live seafood, but this one takes the biscuit. It's definitely not for the faint of heart, and you'd better chew carefully, or those tentacles might just fight back.
Let's talk about pizza, shall we? Everyone loves a good pizza, but in 2012, they took it to a whole new level in Rome, Italy, with the world's largest pizza. This monster pizza measured a whopping 1,261.65 square meters. That's enough to feed a small army. They named it Ottavia after the first Roman Emperor Octavian Augustus. I wonder if they had enough pepperoni to go around.
Finally, we're heading to Iceland for a taste of a traditional dish that's not for the faint of heart. Hakkarl is fermented shark meat, and it's known for its strong ammonia smell and, shall we say, acquired taste. It's made by burying a Greenland shark underground for weeks to cure, and then it's hung up to dry for months. It's definitely an experience, but not one I'm rushing to try again anytime soon.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these fascinating food facts, don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content. We've explored everything from ancient honey to fermented shark meat, and believe me, there's a whole world of weird and wonderful food out there just waiting to be discovered. See you next time.